Makakausap natin ngayon si Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan na ang lead counsel for the third impeachment complaint laban kay VP Sara. Magandang gabi sa inyo, Attorney Ligutan.
Corina, good evening. Good evening to everyone.
Yes, sir. Kayo rin po ba ay nalilito o kayo po ba ay malinaw sa balikang ito tungkol sa dapat na ba o hindi dapat simulan na itong impeachment proceedings in the Senate?
Corina, you mentioned, you're asking if I'm confused na
Yes.
that. I am alarmed. I am alarmed with what's happening now. It's really alarming. Nakakabahala, Corina.
Bakit
Yung
po?
idea ng isang Senate that is thinking twice of proceeding with trying the impeached official in the person of the Vice President. It is alarming. Nakakabahala at this point. Yung idea na po pwede palang hindi magpatuloy yung trial ng Vice President. Kasi, Corina, if we look at the Constitution, it's clear trial must proceed forthwith. And then nakasulat din sa Constitution, Corina, two options only for the Senate, that is to acquit or to convict the sitting Vice President of the Republic. Now, if the Senate will not proceed with the impeachment trial, the Senate is reneging with its constitutional mandate to try in an impeachment trial the impeached official in the person of the Vice President. It is alarming, Corina. Hindi lang siya confusing, it is alarming.
May ganun palang kapangyarihan ng Senate President, but SPG Escudero invokes yung kasunod noong forthwith na under reasonable terms. Ganun po ba yon? Do you think timing is his ally in this case?
So timing, or with all due respect to the Senate President, had it been a normal situation, any Senate will proceed with trial forthwith. Pero the elections were just conducted. Parang precarious pa rin yung positioning, so to speak, in the Senate. These are things that we do understand. Politically, may mga considerations na iniisip yung ating mga senador. But at the end of the day, Corina, etong mga political considerations, yung precariousness ng mga positioning within the Senate should not be enough or should not hinder and or allow the Senate to proceed with what is otherwise clear in the Constitution for them to proceed with trial. So it's really alarming. It's really alarming. I cannot think of another term than it being alarming, Corina.
So, may nakikita po ba kayong senaryo na aabot talaga sa Korte Suprema ang issue ng impeachment? Tatanggapin po ba ito ng Supreme Court?
All right, so reading between the lines, the body language of those involved in the Senate, I think that's what they're expecting. That's what they are hoping for somebody to file a case before the Supreme Court. So yung init, yung spotlight will now be third to the Supreme Court. So parang mabibigyan ng free pass, so to speak, yung Senate with them not proceeding with trial. So I really hope na hindi umabot sa Supreme Court. Kasi for me, as a student of constitutional law, Corina, it's really clear na yung usapin ng impeachment, dapat it is the exclusive domain of Congress in the House tsaka ng Senate. So pag umabot sa Supreme Court, it is a victory for the camp of the Vice President, and it's like giving the Senate a free pass. Parang it's an excuse for them not to do what they are supposed to do, which is to proceed to trial right away, Corina.
Pero hindi po ba mayroong separation of powers ang mga branches of government? Paano kung igigiit ng kung sino mang partido na hindi dapat makialam ang SC sa isang co-equal branch of government?
It's kind of tricky yung discussion ng yung separation of powers, because in some instances, the Supreme Court may look into the legality of an impeachment proceeding. Pero yung tanong na pwede bang pwersahin, so to speak, or i-order ng Supreme Court yung Senate, it's a funny situation, Corina. It's like the Supreme Court telling the Senate to do exactly what it is supposed to do, which is to conduct trial. So parang they're asking somebody else. Okay, I'm speaking about the Senate. It's as if they're asking the Supreme Court to tell them to do what they're supposed to do. That's kind of a funny situation, Corina.
I think, yes, at the very least, this is the first time it's happening in our history, ano? So pwede bang mag-crossover po ang impeachment from the 19th to the 20th Congress?
Yes, napaka-plausible. 3 points, Corina. The issue has been settled as early as 2004. Yung allegation, yung arguments na hindi pwede mag-crossover kasi nga parang unfinished business, so to speak, ng 19th Congress yung usapin ng impeachment. That's not correct. In 2004, the Supreme Court issued the ruling in Pimentel versus Joint Committee of Congress. In that case, the Supreme Court distinguished on one hand ano yung sinasabing legislative functions, pangalawa ano yung sinasabing non-legislative functions. Yung mga adjournment sa yung question na pwede bang ipagpatuloy ng susunod na Congress, that only applies, Corina, to what we call legislative functions. For example, the passing of bills. Pero yung usapin ng impeachment together with when Congress acts as a National Board of Canvassers, napakalinaw in that case, okay? Pwede mag-crossover. In fact, obligated yung Senate, for example, in this case, to proceed to trial kasi hindi pa nila nagagampanan at saka hindi pa nila natatapos yung impeachment. Napakaklaro. So yung usapin, yung mga opinion ng ating mga court legal experts na hindi naman lang nag-mention ng case ng Pimentel, for me, it lacks depth. It lacks rigor, Corina. Second point, this has been the practice in the United States of America, sa Estados Unidos. Yung last install and yung last example ng impeachment, yung experience ng US, is when the United States Congress, the 105th Congress, impeached then President Clinton. Pero it was the 106th Senate which tried the president. It was the third or fourth instance na nag-cross over yung impeachment saka yung actual trial in the United States. Walang problema doon. I don't know why we are having that problem now. Next is, it's like really a court of law. Pwedeng mag-change, for example, yung personality ng judge, pero tuloy dapat yung Senate. Alam mo, at yung trial, so to speak. Alam mo, Corina, I'm reminded, yung isang kasabihan, pag gusto ang daming dahilan, pag ayaw ang daming paraan.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo, Attorney Amando Ligutan, ang lead counsel for the third impeachment complaint laban kay VP Sara. Thank you, sir.